Right, hello everyone, and welcome to a video. This is new, so I'm not going to say a new episode or anything like this. This is the 16 personalities test. It is a personality test, I'm sure you've probably heard of it before. Basically, it gives you a series of letters that determine your traits of your personality, and there are 16 of them because there are 4 that are on a continuum between 2 letters. Right? And obviously, 4 times by 4 is 16. So there are 16 possibilities. Anyway, let's begin. You regularly make new friends. I do not. I try to avoid new people, generally. Like, for example, let's say, I tend to generally try to avoid new people. I'm not very good with new people. If I'm in a party, for example, I'll stay with the people I already know, or I'll stay with the people I already know. If I don't know anyone, I will just not do anything. Not that you would often see me going to a party if I don't know anyone there, but still, I don't really. I don't like making new friends. It's very difficult for me, but sometimes I do have to do it. But for me, it's very difficult. It's a chore. Like, it's beyond a chore. It's like a challenge, but not the good kind of challenge. You know what I mean? Maybe. I'm gonna put very much disagree. I spend a lot of my time exploring various random topics that pique my interest. All the time. That's literally all I do. No, not all of them I do. Like 75% of my spare time, I'm going boom, 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 researching one thing, researching another, researching another. I have so much in-depth knowledge about the dumbest, most random, useless topics because that's just what I enjoy doing. I spend my spare time learning shit. And I'm proud of it. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics. Oh, I already. Yes, yes. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. That's difficult. Because if it was a family member, yes. If it's not, no. It's that simple. Actually, that's not that difficult. I'll put it in the middle because it depends on the person. I often have a backup plan for a backup plan. I don't have a plan in the first place, let alone a backup plan. Or a backup plan for the backup plan. I go with the flow. Things just happen, and that's fine. So no, definitely not. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Yeah. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to. I already said this in the first question. I don't. No. Oh wait, it says ready. So very agree. Yeah. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. No. I am constantly starting new projects. New idea, new project, new idea again. I guess I'll just have to leave the old project and start this one. That is what I'm doing all the time. Dun 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 dun. Sorted. Never finishing a thing. But I have lots of started things. I'm very sentimental. No. Like organising tools. Let's get no. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt. No. You feel comfortable just walking. Oof, definitely not. Striking up a conversation with that. I don't know. I'm assuming you're reading it. You probably should read it. I mean, not instead of just listening to me. Maybe I should say it out loud just in case you're like listening to it in the background or something. Right. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations of or analyses of creative works. That's an interesting one because I am very into discussing this kind of thing, like as opposed to small talk. Oof, dreaded small talk. But at the same time, I'm very fixed in my opinions. Like, the second I have an opinion on something, I really struggle to find other opinions. Like, even if I try, I can't find them. It's weird. This is why I didn't do any essay subjects as soon as I had the opposite option not to. Because the second I have to analyse for and against, what? What do you mean, against? I can only think of for. Or what do you mean for? I can only think of against. Purely according to what I come across. So, I'm going to put it as agree because I am... Oh, disagree because I am interested. But I struggle with it. I'm more inclined to follow my head than my heart. Yes. Usually prefer just doing what you feel like instead of planning a daily routine. Yes. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on the people you meet. Agree. I enjoy participating in group activities. No, I disagree. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. I love this shit. Okay? Oh my god. If I can think of the ending, given all the information they've given me, my ending will be incredible. I love that. But don't get me wrong, I love a fixed ending too, assuming the book is good. Like, there's nothing better in a book than at the ending you go, hold on, that thing that happened so long ago in the book, or in the book series, even more so, that ties to this, and that ties to this, and that ties to that, and that ties to the ending. And you only notice it right then, and you're like, whoa, did the writer really think of that at the time? Jesus. That is an amazing feeling. I'm going to put agree. Your happiness comes more from helping others than my own accomplishments. Disagree. I'm interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Definitely. I have many interests, and I just don't tend to do them. Because I'm busy doing everything and nothing at the same time, obviously. Well, usually I'm not too busy doing everything. I'm too busy researching shit or making maps. Well, no, not necessarily. That was just a bit random. But I like world building a lot, so that's what I mean by the making maps. I'm a big fan of world building, and I've world built a lot of worlds to a beginning level. Obviously, I haven't completed any. When I complete something. Anyway, yeah, difficult to choose what to try next. Yeah, you are prone to worrying about things will turn for the worse. No. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Yeah, I don't like being a leader. I don't really like being told what to do either. I have always been the kind of person to avoid group settings just in general. Like, if they give the option between working in groups or on my own, I'll always choose on my own. For example, in chemistry, A level, everyone was in groups of 3, and I was left because I didn't make a group. And I did it all by myself. The teacher was actually very impressed I had managed to do it all by myself. And it wasn't easy, and I almost broke shit, but come on. I didn't have to do it with people. I'm definitely not an artistic type of person. I am artistic. Sort of. Yes. I think I am. I'm not super artistic though. That's difficult. Like, I have a very good imagination. I can draw. I don't know. I'll put this in the middle. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality? Yes. And less on feelings? Yes. You prefer to do your chores before allowing to relax? Chores? Me? Wouldn't do them at all, let alone before I relax. What? Jeez. That sounds like something my mum would do. You enjoy watching people argue? No. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Yes, my mood can change very quickly. What are you? Okay, that was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Yes. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Eh, eh, somewhat. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Often. Always. So, yeah. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Yeah. Well, no, not. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, I don't know, because it's difficult to say. It's a very interesting conundrum. Like, because there's no proof of anything happening or anything not happening either. You might say, religion is stupid. Someone just made it up. But do you know that? I mean, even if someone did make it up, what's to say it's not true? It might have just happened to come across. It might seem unlikely, but thinking that there is no correct religion is just as unlikely as the fact that their religion is true as well. I think that atheists are fools. I've said it now. They are. I don't have a very particular belief system. I was brought up as a Catholic, but I never fully believed. Like, I would consider myself more of an agnostic with Catholic tendencies. Which might sound really weird, but that's what I am. I have nothing against other religions or anything. I do have something against people who are very insistent that there are no religions at all and don't let people have their opinions because it's all fake. You don't know, mate. And that's the truth. You don't know if their religion is right. For all you know, it could be. For all you know, we should all be worshipping Allah because He's the one true God. For all you know, there might not be. You might be right. There might not be. But maybe there is. How do you know? There's nothing you can do to prove it. Sorry. That's just how it is. You have always... Oh, yeah. Yes, I have. I brought religion into it. Gonna get cancelled. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own, though. I like being on my own. I'm on my own right now. I've been on my own for a while now. A few days. Not speaking to anyone. Don't need to. Well. I have spoken to people. Well, I haven't gone out looking for it. Jesus, my nose is red for some reason. I guess it's because I have a cold. Because I do have a cold. I think it's a cold. I hope it's not COVID. Well, it probably isn't COVID. I mean, well, maybe it is. But it's not going to do me any harm at this point. I've got 2 vaccines. I don't have the booster, but the booster's kind of made up. You don't actually need it. But anyway, and also I've had COVID 3 times already. All of which after I already had the vaccine. So the vaccines, in fact, I'm very young, so it wouldn't have been problematic to me anyway. So really, if I do have COVID, it's hardly the end of the world. Not anymore, anyway. Before the vaccine, when old people were getting it and they had nothing to protect themselves from it wasn't good. Maybe. But, you know how it is. When I get COVID, I just get runny nose and a cough. And that's it. Anyway, you become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Definitely not. The more theoretical, the better. I love that shit. Find it easy to empathise with a person whose experiences are very different from mine. That depends. A lot. I can empathise with people sometimes. But if it's very different, I do struggle sometimes. I'm going to put it as disagree, but not all the way. Usually postpone finalising decisions for as long as possible. Yes. Rarely second guess the choices I've made. That is correct. After a long and exhausting week, oh, definitely not. I definitely don't want a lively social event. No, 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 no. Enjoy going to art museums. Art museums. If you had said natural history museums or science museums or even a normal history museum, but art museum, I don't really understand all of it that well. There's one thing looking at a painting that looks modern art I don't understand at all. But past that, at least I can kind of go, looks good. So I'm going to put agree-ish. Nah, I'm going to put in the middle. Slightly disagree. Middle. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Yeah, I do. I never know anyone's feelings. I think people are upset when they're not. I think people are angry when they're not. Maybe they're just lying to me because they know I can't tell. If they're crying, generally I assume they're sad. Obviously. If they're smiling, I generally assume they're happy. But most of the time I have no idea. Now, if you see someone with this face, what do you think they're thinking? How am I supposed to know? Unless they're very clearly outwardly expressing their emotions, I don't know what their emotions are. You like to have a to-do list? Nope. You rarely feel insecure? That is true. I avoid making phone calls. Hate phone calls. I have to write a script, generally, before I'm willing to start a phone call. Like, I'll write myself a quick script. Won't stick to it at all, because of course I won't. But just the fact that I've written something out, that has written out what I actually need to say, because the second the person picks up the phone, I forget everything. I forget why I'm calling. I need to prepare mentally for a phone call. It's quite difficult. You know, I often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. No. Oh, right. No, I'm not sure. I don't really get it. I'm going to put it in the middle because I don't understand the question. In your social circle, are you often the one who contacts? No, that's never me. In the chats, I am always just the guy that says, "I'm down. Yeah, we can do that," and that's all I will ever say in the chat. Someone will say, "Hey, you want to do this?" and I'll say, "Yeah." I'll never say, "Oh, you want to do this?" Someone else will say that, and I'm just the one that says, "Yeah." If your plans are interrupted, your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. No. You're still bothered by mistakes you made a long time ago? Nope. Rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. I don't think there is a reason, but anything that has the word contemplate in it, I have to agree with. Because I'm constantly contemplating everything. The reason for human existence, I think, is nothing. People struggle to understand that, I think. They struggle to understand that there's no reason for them to be there. I don't get why. Why do you need reason? There's no reason to do anything. Who cares? There doesn't need to be a reason. There doesn't need to be a reason for anything. It's all fine. But I'm going to put agree. No, I'm going to put it in the middle. Because this is very much about, like, all of the thinking about the things that aren't for sure, which I do all the time. But it's just this very specific example doesn't apply to me. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to put agree, but not all the way up. My emotions control me. No. Control me more than I control them. No, not at all. You take great care not to make people look bad, even if it's completely their fault. I don't take care in it. It just kind of happens naturally. When I say it happens naturally, I mean I don't try to make people look bad. or to not make them look bad. But somehow it always ends up making me look bad and them look fine. So I'm gonna put I do not take great care at all, because I don't take any care in it. My personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy, yes. Then organised and consistent efforts. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Of course not. What? You would love a job that... Jesus Christ. My throat. I've run out of water though, so I'm going to have to finish the episode without drinking. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yes. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time? No! That's the best thing you can be doing. You feel more drawn to places with a busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Oh, definitely not. Like, I'm walking the dogs, and I make an absolute most effort to not even be seen by other people. Because if they try to talk to me, that is not a good dog walk. Not at all. You know at first glance how someone is feeling? No. Don't know at a third, fourth or fifth glance. You often feel overwhelmed? No. You can complete things methodically without skipping over any steps? No, I always skip over steps. And I have to go back, and then I get confused, and then everything's screwed up. You are very intrigued by things labelled as controversial? Yes. Very much so. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought that someone else needed it more? No! I'm a bit selfish in that way. I'm sorry. Sorry, don't cancel me. I get that being a bit controversial. Like, God. I don't know what is up with my mood right now. Maybe I'm sleep deprived. Because it's currently 6:30 AM and I haven't gone to sleep yet. Maybe that is why. Maybe that's why I have so much of such a weird energy. You struggle with deadlines all the time. What's the deadline? I don't know. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah. Well, not completely. My gender. I'm a man. Man. See results. Yeah. It's the one I always get. 100% introverted. 72% intuitive. 87% thinking. 100% prospecting. And 90% assertive. Always get the same. I generally get about these percentages as well. I can save them. Let's see what it is compared to my last time. No, I'll log in. I think that was the right password. Yeah, it was. No, it didn't show me my percentages. Oh, but it showed me what I got last time. Okay, last time I got 97% assertive instead of 90. I got 100% prospecting again. Thinking and feeling. What was that on? Don't remember. I still got 100% introverted. Got about the same intuitive. I think last time it was like 87 instead of 91. Something like that. But still, I got basically the same results. Because I've always got these results. Introverted, intuitive, thinking, prospecting, and assertive. Let's read you a little bit about it. Introduction. Logicians pride themselves in their unique perspectives and vigorous intellect. Very smart. They can't help but puzzle over the mysteries of the universe, which can explain why some of the most influential philosophers. It's late. I can't read. Most influential philosophers and scientists of all time have been logicians. Logicians often lose themselves in thought. I'm always lost in thought. I don't think I've ever stopped thinking in my life. Like, I know some people aren't constantly thinking. Like, supposedly my dad isn't constantly thinking. Sometimes he isn't thinking of anything, apparently. I struggle to believe that. I can't think of a time I was ever not thinking. What's this? What's with these 18 updates? So, single person's journey. You trying to say something? Minds buzz with ideas, questions, insights. At times they may even find themselves conducting full-fledged debate. At times, all the time. Oh, come on, mate. From the outside, they seem to live a never-ending daydream. Reputation for being pensive, detached, and reserved until they try to train all their mental energy on the moment or the person at hand, which can be a bit uncomfortable for everyone. That's what I'm doing right now. Maybe you're all uncomfortable because I'm putting all of my mind on this video. I am putting all of my mind on being as expressive and interesting as possible. This is how I am. You might not know that. I'm like this with people I'm very comfortable with, and when there's no one here, like right now. But with people I'm not comfortable with, my personality is a bit more like this. Yes. Ha ha. That would be my personality with people I don't know. They're in, regardless of which mode they're in, they're introverts and tend to get tired, yeah. Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths: analytical, analyze everything from behavior data to from research data to behavior of the people around them. Gives them a knack for spotting patterns and connections. They're originals, thanks to their unrelenting imagination, can come up with creative, counterintuitive ideas that wouldn't occur to most people. They're open-minded, driven by curiosity and intense desire to learn everything that they can. People with this personality type are receptive to new ideas and ways of doing things. Curious and objective. Weaknesses: disconnected, insensitive, dissatisfied. Can't help but imagine how things would have been better than they already are. They're constantly on the lookout for problems to solve, topics to learn, and new ways to approach things. Taken too far, this mindset can become overwhelming, constantly trying to reinvent the wheel rather than reliably addressing their needs and responsibilities. Fair enough. Impatient. Take pride in their knowledge and sharing ideas. Comes to explaining their rationale, however, they aren't always patient. Yeah. Perfectionistic. They want to get things done, but their quest for perfection can get in the way. At times, these personalities can get so lost in analysing various options that they never reach a decision. That is true. But is that perfectionism? I don't think it is. Like, things don't always have to be perfect. But I will definitely get lost in analysing options and never reach a decision. But I wouldn't call that perfectionism. Maybe it is and I'm just going mad. But I wouldn't call it that. Romantic relationships, let's go. Genuine connect. To be fair, I'm tired. I might just end the episode here. It's been half an hour. So goodbye. See you in the next episode. It's not next episode, this isn't a series. This will be going into the Who Am I playlist, which if you haven't seen, check it out. It has my DNA videos, it has my dialect videos. There's only one so far, I don't know if there's... Well, there's only one DNA video so far. Oh, I just spoiled it for you. There's going to be a second one. But the second one isn't going to be looking at the ethnicity and traits. It's going to be looking at things like my family tree and genetic matches and stuff like that. So, see you in the next video. Goodbye.